types of wheelchair-accessible vehicles are there? 1. Waves. A general expression used to describe many different types of wheelchair-accessible vehicles, which are often also referred to as mobility vehicles, adapted vehicles, disabled cars. 2. Wheelchair-accessible passenger vehicles. The most commonly required type of accessible vehicle, primarily adapted so that the wheelchair passenger can access the vehicle whilst sitting in their wheelchair and then travel safely and securely as a passenger whilst still sitting in their wheelchair. 3. Mobility cars. Very often confused with mobility car, a mobility car or vehicle is simply another commonly used expression to describe a vehicle adapted for the benefit of a person with a physical disability, either wheelchair accessible or adapted in some other manner. 4. Drive from wheelchair. A drive from wheelchair vehicle is a car, van or MPV that has been comprehensively converted to allow a disabled wheelchair user to independently access the vehicle and then drive the vehicle with the benefit of specialist adaptations whilst seated safely and securely in their wheelchair. 5. Wheelchair driver transfer vehicles. Similar in concept to drive from wheelchair vehicles, transfer vehicles are designed in a similar fashion to afford independent travel for wheelchair users who are able to transfer from their wheelchair to either the standard driver's seat or more commonly to a mechanized seat that can move backwards and forwards, rotate and rise and fall. 6. Upfront wheelchair passenger vehicles. Less common and typically more expensive than standard wheelchair-accessible vehicles because of the additional cost of modifying the vehicle to allow the wheelchair passenger to sit adjacent to the driver. Some upfront wheelchair passenger vehicles also have the ability for the passenger to change position with the driver, thus also serving as a drive from wheelchair vehicle. Ramps. There are 3 main types of wheelchair ramps for cars. Firstly, the standard manual ramp, which is usually attached with a hinge and folds out from the back of the car. This is the least expensive type of ramp. Second, the mid-folding ramp, which folds in two and can be easily stored away, leaving a clear view through the rear window. Finally, there is the hydraulic-assisted ramp, that folds out easily for quick loading and unloading. Lifts. It may be the case that extra help is needed when a person in a wheelchair is getting in and out of the car, in which circumstance, a lift might be the preferred option. Lift options include a rear platform lift which is powered using a remote control, or a side entry lift, which acts as a platform that lowers and rises from the side of the vehicle. Many of our waves come with an electronic, remote-controlled winch, making it easier for the person using the wheelchair to get up and down the ramp safely.